Okay, hello and welcome. My name is Sean. In this video, we're going to talk about how to start making money from scratch using Facebook ads in 2022. Now, this is something that pretty much anyone can do. My money is where my mouth is on that because I'm doing it in my spare time while also working full-time as a senior copywriter at a large tech company and raising 2 teenagers who would be horrified to know that I'm now making YouTube videos. But if I can do this while also documenting the entire process for you here, then you can definitely replicate what I'm doing as well. Several years ago, I used to run ad campaigns for one of the larger web hosting companies in the world. The one with the blue crocodile mascot. But the reason we're here is that I want to show you from the start how to build your own digital marketing business as I build mine. And we're going to do it holistically, step by step, from how I acquired my first client to getting that very first ad campaign launched. We'll be doing deeper dives of each step in future videos, but the idea right now is just to get the ball rolling. Think of this video as step 0 or step 0.5. Step 0.25. As things progress, we'll dig into the actual numbers involved, metrics and finances, what was spent, what was earned, and most importantly, what was learned, so that we can apply that to our next project and continue to provide as much value as possible to our clients, which then enables us to continue to build our own business. Here in 2022, there is still a huge opportunity in the digital marketing realm. There are more small businesses than ever, and the owners of these businesses don't have the time or the know-how, or some combination of these two things, to effectively market their businesses online. If they even do publish ads, they often have typos or look bad or just generally kind of suck. That's where we step in. And then the idea is for us to generate so much additional and quantifiable revenue for them that it becomes a no-brainer for them to continue having us take care of their ad campaigns, potentially even branching into additional aspects of their marketing, which again we'll discuss in future videos. So the first project I'm working on is for a surf and skate shop located right on the seawall in Galveston, Texas, about an hour and a half from where I live here in Houston. I had a pre-existing relationship with the owner of this business. He and I had met through the local music scene here in Houston. About a year ago, he needed someone to handle some general maintenance and odds and ends type things for his website. He asked me if this was something I could help him out with, and that began our business relationship. This does go to show that you never know where you might meet that next client, so always keep an eye out for the opportunity. Some would call this making your own luck, but it is a very real thing, and it's important to seize those opportunities when they present themselves. You never know where that next client might come from, or that first client. Have you guys not been able to see my hands this whole time because they've been down here? Now, as a brick and mortar retail store, the vast majority of this client's business is in-person transactions. This store has now been in business for over 16 or 17 years with very little historical web sales, which to me presented a great opportunity. So I approached the owner and pitched him the idea of starting to run paid ads for his business. This situation happened pretty organically, and in future videos we'll discuss some creative strategies and ways of attracting clients. But what we're doing here initially is creating a simple and replicatable system that anyone can do, starting from step 0. What you don't want is to end up with 5 clients on the hook and not know how to execute on what you've actually pitched them. That would likely result in 5 burned bridges, which is basically the opposite of what we want. So what is it that we do want? Good question. Thank you. What we want is a bulletproof system by which we can attract a client, pitch them our service, execute on that pitch, and deliver them enough quantifiable profit as a direct result of our efforts that they then consider us an integral piece of their business. What this would actually look like is us running ads for them every month, then delivering back to them the performance analytics of our ad campaigns, them being happy as pie, what a weird phrase, with the returns on their investment into us, which then ensures a timely payment on our monthly invoice, and then we do it again. And then what this really looks like is us then having the freedom to work when and where and how we want. No more time clock, no more boss, no more office or factory or store, no more whatever your current working situation is. Jobs suck. And this is a way to extract ourselves from that model of earning income and plant ourselves back into a much more ideal model of earning income on our own terms. That's really what we're doing here. And if I can succeed at this and show you exactly how I did it, which is precisely my goal, then you can choose to replicate what I've done and free yourself from whatever your current employment situation may be. Even better, you can start a YouTube channel and show others the exact same thing as well. Pay the whole damn thing forward. This is not a zero-sum game, and we can all win at this together. Well, maybe not together, but separately, alone, in our own spaces, but still experiencing the same win, the same freedom that we're here to achieve. So each business that you work with is going to have unique needs or circumstances. For my my client, the push right now is for their summer 2022 surfing and skateboarding camps. These camps are where mostly kids and younger folks learn to surf or skateboard. What we want to do is sell out every available slot for every day of these camps. This is our goal. We're also going to be creating other ad campaigns for this business, selling their own brand of skateboard decks and related products. But this initial push is all about those surf and skate camps. Always do be thinking though of the next thing you can leverage with any client, an additional product or service or event for which you can create and execute an ad strategy, replicating the process. With rare exception, we want to avoid having one and done clients. All right, so brass tacks of how this works. What we are actually doing, metaphorically speaking, is bringing horses to water. We get paid to deliver as many eyeballs as possible to a certain location on the internet. Eyeballs maybe sounds weird. Technically speaking, what we're actually delivering are clicks, or taps, I guess, if it's a mobile device. Either way, we are attracting traffic from the internet at large to a certain spot on the internet. In this case, it's the specific page on my client's website where people can sign up for these surf and skate camps. Now, all traffic is not of the same quality. For example, it is unlikely that someone in, say, Montana or Vermont, shout out to Montana and Vermont, but they aren't much going to care about the fact that surf and skate lessons are available in Galveston, Texas. There's a low probability that any revenue would result from bringing that traffic to this website. Right away, we know that when we start creating this ad campaign and targeting our audience, we're going to keep it geographically relevant. In various ways, this will always remain true. Even if we're creating an ad campaign for a product that could be shipped anywhere in the world, we still wouldn't waste ad spend targeting regions that are unlikely to purchase the product. So again, always keep your ad targeting geographically relevant. And I'll of course be showing you exactly how to do this as we progress. Going back to our horse to water metaphor, I want to be clear that the idea simply isn't to bring any horse. We want to bring thirsty horses, or rather horses that are likely to be thirsty for the particular water provided by our clients. Targeting the wrong audience is literally a waste of time and money in every sense and every cent. This isn't to say you won't encounter clients to which you bring quality traffic targeted correctly and it all just seems like exactly what it needs to be, but then that traffic doesn't result in any actual sales or conversions for that client. This potentially could indicate a larger problem, either with the content of their website or the actual product or service, all of which we will address in future videos. But my job for this client at this time is to generate quality traffic. I mean, it's fair to say that's the job every time. So always remain cognizant of the fundamental goal of delivering quality traffic, which brings us to our next horse characteristic, lifestyle relevance. If our client is selling new roofs, then we don't want to target people that live in apartments or even really people that rent their home. We want to target homeowners. So when it comes to surf and skate camps, which is generally something more intended for younger people, we need to consider who's going to actually be paying for these camps. We want to target parents. Of course, some overlap towards the potential campers themselves is completely fine. Mom, Dad, I saw an ad for surf camp this summer. Can I go? That's certainly a scenario we would want to trigger. But also, honey, I saw an ad for surf camps this summer. Should we send Junior? But what we want to avoid is targeting anyone to which what we're selling would be irrelevant to their lifestyle. A 40-year-old single male with no children probably isn't going to care about surf camp. So, lifestyle relevance. One final aspect to consider in general is income relevance. You really aren't going to see ads from Mercedes or Rolex specifically targeted towards minimum wage workers, for example. I'm still doing the hand thing, huh? The idea, though, is that we want to target our ads to people that have a higher likelihood of converting, which again means their click on our ad results in an actual sale. So with at least a rough idea of the type of audience we want to target, there remains two other aspects of a given ad: the actual image and the actual ad copy or words that we'll be using for the ads. In future videos, we'll go way into the detail about the image and the copy that we'll be using for ads, both of which you may find yourself actively refining and fine-tuning throughout a campaign. We'll initially also need to specify how long the ad will run for, what the total spend will be, and how we want that spend to be burnt, meaning like $100 in one day or $10 per day for 10 days. This will all depend on your particular goals. Speaking of goals, one of mine is to reach as large of audience as possible with these videos so that we can all share in this success together. With that in mind, I'd like to direct your attention to both the like and subscribe buttons. They're down there somewhere, I assume. If you wouldn't mind giving both of those a little tap to help me achieve that goal, I'd be much obliged. The notification bell is also around there somewhere if you'd like to be amongst the first to know when I upload a new video. We've got a lot of information to discuss on this channel. I hope that you're finding enough value in this to do the tappy tap on those buttons there. You can also slide right into the comments section down there and we can have a chat. I do hope you've enjoyed this kind of Zen and the Art of Facebook Ads step 0.75 or whatever. In the next video, we'll be jumping into the actual ad interface and launching that first campaign. I hope to see you then. Love you. Bye.